What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. And for those who don't know, this is actually the second time recording. So shout out to these guys for actually sticking around and doing it again. So thank y'all guys for doing this. But we're doing another states question and answer video for week 3. And if y'all just want to give y'all's names real quick.
I'm Nicolina Moon. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. And I got my invite last weekend when I top 8'd at Pennsylvania. And there's a states 20 minutes from our house on Saturday, which I'm very excited about.
Okay.
I am Dylan Dreyer. I am also from Baltimore, Maryland. I got my invite in Florida regionals, and there's also states 20 minutes away from my house on Saturday. Pretty good.
Okay.
I'm Jimmy McClure. I'm from Virginia. I got my invite at a league challenge, and the states is about an hour from my house. I'm going to the same states as Nicolina and Dylan. So yeah.
James. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead. You won a state. You go ahead.
All right, James Stumbo. I won Nebraska States last week and got my invite, and from Ames, Iowa, and we have a state this weekend.
I'm Eric Gansman. I'm the only one without my invite, but I'm close. I'm at 224.
Okay.
I top 8'd Michigan in week 1, and I played 3 Manectrics last week with Yveltal, so I whiffed. And I'm from New York City, and I'm going to New York States.
Hi, I'm Curtis. I wasted all my good Drake references in the first recording, so I have not. We have the states this weekend too, but I'm actually out of alcohol too. That was the first recording as well, so sympathy for me.
Okay. So the first question is, we saw like Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre, like they've been done like recently good this past couple weeks. Which one would you expect to see more this weekend? Primal Groudon or Primal Kyogre? And we'll go with Jimmy first.
I think Primal Kyogre, kind of because of the reason that it's one state, the lists are public. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say, but I would probably say Kyogre.
Which one would you be more scared of, Kyogre or Groudon?
I'm scared of both of them. They have 240 HP. Like, that's way too much. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what about you, Nicolina and Dylan?
Yeah, I really have no idea.
I think we're gonna see more Groudon.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's really messed with Kyogre yet, but I'm fearless of both of them. I think they both have flaws, and yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Kyogre around here, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I see like a ton of people just kind of picking it up.
So
It's
what about,
tempting for like people because there's like lists out there now, I think, but I don't think they're actually.
you said they're actually not good?
No, I don't think they're gonna. Like, I don't think
Oh,
they're
okay.
gonna. Pick it up.
They'll actually
Yeah.
pick it up.
Okay. What about you, James?
I actually saw a lot of Primal Groudon last week. 5 of the top 8 had Primal Groudon. Usually it's paired with Donphan, which was scary for me. But I would rather see Kyogre.
Yeah.
True. Alright. What about you, Eric?
I saw a bit of Groudon in Pennsylvania. I saw some. Well, actually, I only saw one Kyogre in Michigan. No offense, Curtis. It probably should have won that states. But I know a couple of my friends are messing out around with Kyogre, but I don't expect to see too much. But I'm much more afraid of Kyogre, so I think it's the better deck.
Okay. And what about you, Curtis?
I missed the question, but assuming what everyone said,
Okay.
yeah, both decks are pretty dope. Yeah, like I think just based on Virgin winning, shout out to my boy Little E Estrada.
Roll the
Virgin-
dice represents.
Yeah, yeah, that too. And I think he opened the door a bit so that like those decks are really good because of the assumption Virgin was dead. But Virgins are never fully gone from a Pokemon tournament, and that's what people need to realize.
Okay, so you touched on a really good point, Curtis. Do you think like VG will like be increased with like this like rise in Groudon and Kyogre and Seismitoad over the past couple weeks?
I think it's just, yeah, I think it's on paper it looks like the play. Like it looks like a really strong play, but also means that other stuff can also creep back into the meta, like Night March or Metal, stuff like that, which are always sort of just in the background. But like, who knows? This meta is kind of wild right now.
Sure. So what about you, Nicolene and Dylan? Do y'all think VG will creep up? I know both of y'all played VG a lot.
Well, Curtis kind of took my answer from the first round, which is that I think that people are always afraid of I don't have another one ready, of the Night March Flareon combo, the double threat there. So I agree with that. Yeah, but I mean, obviously VG's a super consistent deck. A lot of people already have the cards, and once they see it's like kind of in a good position, I think that there will be more of a VG showing this weekend.
Same thing, Dylan? Okay. Alright, so do you think Yveltal will still be a big play this weekend? We'll go with Jibby first.
I think it's hard to say, especially in our area. Like, there was a Manectric leak last week and the week before. I always love Yveltal. I know Dylan's a big fan of Yveltal too. So, I mean, I think also one thing I think that's important to consider is Yveltal is also one of the most easy decks to build. Like, for newer players, it's very inexpensive. So I think that yeah, I think there'll be a good amount of Yveltal. It's always there. It's not a deck that'll just fall off.
And what about you, Eric?
I'm playing Yveltal until rotation. I think it's the best deck in the format. I don't see any reason to deviate from it, even though there was a lot of Manectric. I mean, I played 3 last weekend. That's the reason I whiffed. But, like, I still think it's a good play. It beats everything but that. Like, it doesn't even, like, auto-lose to Manectric. You can still beat it. But, but, I don't know. I think it's just really good, and it'll always see play. I don't see any reason for people to stop playing it unless every single deck in your format, in your meta, is Manectric.
Okay. So the next question is, what are your predictions for your meta on your in your region, in your area, and what do you think the deck will actually win your states? And we'll go with you, James, first.
Well, like I said the first time, there's a lot of players going to be in Iowa, so I really don't know what the actual meta is going to be. It's going to be so widespread. But Yveltal's probably a good choice just because it's a consistent deck. It does well. It doesn't just lose to anything. As to what wins, it's just going to be whoever runs hotter. It's kind of what I think the format kind of comes down to, is just whoever it's what they need every turn.
Mm-hmm. So, what about you, Nicolene and Dylan?
I agree with what James just said about the way people draw, but as far as what we expect to see, probably just more VG, more of kind of everything that's just been around the whole time. I expect like another wide variety of decks like Mega Manectric, Groudon, Flareon, Kyogre, maybe.
Right, definitely.
I don't know. I have no idea what will win. I never know.
Nobody's really tampered with Kyogre yet here, but I guess, like you said earlier, I still don't expect to see it really.
What do you think will win?
What do I think will win?
Whatever Dylan plays.
Right, yeah, whatever I play, of course. No.
So Yveltal.
Yeah.
Yveltal's winning.
You've heard it here first.
Okay, what about you, Eric?
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of VG coming down from New England. Toad's pretty big in my meta. There's some Flareon too, some Manectric. But Yveltal's winning because I'm playing it. So.
Okay. Curtis, if you missed it, the question is, what do you expect? What decks do you expect in your area, and what will win your states?
Yeah, a lot of Toads. It's the Toad Nation way up.
Oh no. He's thinking. He's thinking.
I want you to.
I like it.
Oh, no.
Someone screenshot it.
I'm on it.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go back to. Okay, so we'll go. I guess we'll go to the next question. Mark asked, since the beginning of states, we've seen like a number of different decks win championships. These decks include Seismitoad, Yveltal, Virgin, Dolphin, Kyogre, Groudon, Exeggutor. Were you back, Curtis?
I don't know. Like, is it me who just keeps disconnecting?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
just you.
Oh, my bad. Let me just try something really quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so Exeggutor, Aromatisse, Bronzong, Night March, and Bid Basics. Is there any deck
Hello Kitty.
And Hello Kitty.
And Hello Kitty.
Do you think there'll be a different deck that actually wins states this weekend? We'll go with you, Jimmy, first.
The one deck I feel like that's always kind of a sleeper is Metal. I think that Metal is the kind of the deck that it's very like solid. It just kind of does its thing. People forget about it. It could possibly do some damage. As far as like other decks, I don't really know. Like Yveltal's always good.
Sorry, Baltimore. We can hear
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Eric? Do you think there's any decks that will win this week that haven't?
Yeah, like I said the first time, the only deck that isn't on there that's seen a lot of play is Flareon, so that's probably got the best chance of winning out of any deck that isn't on there. I think everything else has really been established.
Mm-hmm. And what about you, Nickel and Dylan?
Is Donphan on there?
Yeah, Donphan is on here.
Oh, I was gonna say Donphan.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think Donphan will see more success this weekend.
Ooh, okay.
Or it may.
Possible.
The same answer, Dylan?
Yes, I agree. Donovan may show up, but probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
I feel like Yveltal just beats it, does it not? I mean, I don't know.
But
Like pretty close.
It depends. Like
it just
I think-
don't hit Yveltal, which isn't like
Well,
super
like, we're-
common right now.
Right. But like decks that like haven't won yet, winning this weekend.
Right.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. What about
New
you?
decks.
What about
Yes,
you,
I
James?
think
Oh,
actually. You think no new deck this
No,
weekend?
I actually don't think anything will come out of like the woodworks. To be honest with you.
Oh,
So you don't think Flareon's going to win the States at all this weekend?
No, I don't have faith in Flareon.
Old claims.
Okay.
Not a single Flareon will win a state championship. There's only 4 states this weekend.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Alright, so
yeah,
like,
nothing new.
nothing new. Alright, Curtis, do you want to go back to the old question?
Am I back or not?
Yeah, you're back now, yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
You guys see me and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had such a good answer for the first one too. I was proud of myself.
I know, we saw you thinking.
Yeah, but like, I'll keep it short and sweet this time. I think it's either gonna come down to there being a lot of toads, or there being a lot of like toads that teched for Virgin, or there's gonna be a lot of just Virgin in general. So it's gonna be hard to say, but then that might also open the door for like a Flareon or an Execute deck. That might just creep in. That might have a better toad sort of setup. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's my prediction. It's either gonna be a lot of toads or a lot of Virgins.
And do you think there'll be a deck that will win this weekend that hasn't won yet?
That's tough. I don't think so. No.
Okay. So I'm actually just going to answer this question real quick. It says, what decks beat Kyogre besides VG? A Flareon deck with really heavy Leafeon easily beats Kyogre. I got 2 really fast against Kevin Cranberry, so if he can beat me with that deck, I promise like anybody can beat Kyogre with Leafeon. And besides that, there's nothing else that can really beat it, I promise. Alright. So let's see here. Well, what will it take to get Dylan to stop playing Yveltal?
Elder Freeze over.
Lots of blackmail and threats from his friends.
That won't even do it. Don't let them fool you.
Hopefully not.
Riding the train all the way to Boston.
You think it's the best deck in format, Dylan?
Not the best deck in the format, but it's my favorite deck in the format.
Oh, okay.
Easily.
I'll
So,
go out on a limb and say it's the best deck in the format.
Okay. There you go.
I'll-
alright, good on you, honestly. Good on you. I'm glad you think it is.
Alright.
There's always going to be roadblocks in the way, but just gotta stick with it.
Okay.
There's actually a couple of Nectar decks that wanted to screw you over. So that's okay.
Yeah, that was my Pennsylvania, but
Yeah.
don't let it
I played against 3 Manectrics in Pennsylvania also.
Yeah,
I mean, I was playing
uh,
Yveltal so better, but there was so much Manectric there.
it was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when you first started playing the game, did you ever look up to anybody, like as a model or like a role model, like for Pokemon?
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll go with you. We'll go with you, Jimmy, since you oohed it.
Have to go way back. I always looked up to Michael Prum a lot when I started. Like about 2 years after I started, he got second at Worlds. He was always like very nice to me and always, willing to talk about decks and that kind of thing. Yeah. Promawad, Puka, the top cut guys. Rest in peace, the top cut. But the top cut guys always looked up to them for sure.
What about you, James?
I always kind of looked up to the local player Jay Hornan. He's ridiculously good, and
Never
heard of him. No.
What about the cow? Shout out to the cow.
Yeah,
right?
I heard he lost a daffodil.
That was a one-time thing.
Yeah, that's okay. Everyone has their days.
Okay, so what about you, Eric?
So I started playing in 2011, so that was like right around the time the top cut was pretty big. So I looked up to them a decent amount. But the first like big player to like take me under their wing was like Sam Chen. So he like really helped me with deck building and like play testing a lot. So I looked up him a lot.
Okay. What about you, Curtis?
Yeah, I guess when I first started, I was just playing with a lot of locals. I was actually, but then again, nothing was the same after I met Matthew Koo. He really showed me how to play the game. And for those who don't know, he's probably like the best player in Canada like ever. He sort of flies under the radar a lot, but like the guy just like always kills it when he comes to the States. Just kills it in general, and he's just like bomb. Only thing is that like, again, we sort of went under that system where he taught me how to be good, and then once I got...
Oh, so 1 second. Alright, there you go. Alright.
It's all good, it's all good. So like, he taught me how to get good at the game, and then I guess once we started going head to head, we sort of elevated each other. And I guess that helped both of us, but he took me under his wing right when I first started. And shout out to Matthew Koo. He actually just quit this year, so he's the man.
Okay. And Nicola and Dylan, are you back?
Yes, we are back.
Alright. For some reason, it's a spinning circle. Oh, there you go. Okay. So, somebody you looked up to like a role model when you started playing?
I started playing in 2012, I think. And I don't know. I didn't really like know anyone or like anything about the game, so I guess I feel like I didn't really have a role model. Just kind of like, I guess 6 prizes. So just like read a lot of their articles when I was first getting into it, and meeting people all the time. But no one in like particular.
Okay.
I started back in 2008 as a young senior, and I literally knew nobody. I didn't even have the luxury of 6 prize. I couldn't afford it at the time. So I had the very humble beginnings of the Pokegym deck garage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Those were the days.
Yeah. So, but until like I guess like 2011 when Top Cut started, I'm not gonna lie, I looked up to them for sure. They did good work. But yeah.
Okay, so the next question is, what is your thoughts on Toad since like VG is making like a little bit of comeback nowadays? And I guess we'll go with Jimmy first since you played Toad last weekend.
Toad's really good. I personally think Quaking Punch is the best attack in the game. I actually don't think it's close. I think it's by far the best attack in the game. But I also think that it also has one of the worst weaknesses in the game right now, which is just grass. So I think it'll still... so there's 4 states this weekend. I think it could win 1, but I don't think like the deck I played last week where Toad was the attacker. I don't think that might not happen this week. But like Yveltal with like 2 Toads, or I know like personally, you guys know I was talking about Metal earlier. Some people like to play Toad in that. So something not like focused on Toad, but I think Toad will still have a huge impact this weekend.
Okay. All right. So I just want to get y'all's thoughts on like, what is your thought on Exeggutor overall? And whoever just wants to answer can go ahead and answer it.
I think it's really good in the right player's hand. Bob Zeng is a god. Oh, did I interrupt someone?
There you go.
Yes, we started talking at the same time. You go next.
Oh, sorry. I think Bob Zeng is a god, and I think whatever he plays is really good. And he plays Exeggutor. I think it has a really high skill cap, and it takes a really skillful player to play. And if you're not good with the deck, it's going to be really bad for you. So I think it needs a lot of practice, but in the right player's hand, it's probably one of the best decks in the format.
I think that we've been like messing around with it for a little while, and I like that there's like a lot of different ways you can like build it, and different ways you can play it. I played it week 1, but I ended up like doing pretty terribly. But I felt like when I was driving a car that was like out of my control when I was playing it. Like
that's actually a really good analogy.
If they like top deck an energy, like I played against a Donphan, he literally drew an energy every single turn, and there's just like nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
And I don't know it. So I think it can just go spectacularly well and spectacularly poorly, and there's not like a ton you can do about it.
Yeah, I agree. I played the same list as Nick in week 1. And yeah, I loved it going in. I loved it in testing and everything, but I honestly don't even know if I could ever play it again. It was
so stressful.
So yeah, every game is super
like,
stressful.
Please let me get this
I lost
hammer.
to a Greninja at one point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
I saw it happen. Yeah, it was
just because of like how bad I drew, you know, and it's like out of your control.
And then decks that attach more than one energy a turn are really good against it. Decks that draw more than one card a turn are really good against it. There's just like a lot of things that can go wrong. And I think the surprise factor is kind of largely not there at this point.
Yeah, it's not really a surprise deck anymore.
Even like a good start against it's really good. Like if you can Juniper turn 1 and then Juniper turn 2, and then you're almost already halfway through your deck.
Yeah, and if the eggs go second, you're just sitting there like, oh my god, this is gonna be a terrible.
Verbank laser. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also kind of reliant on going first. That's an issue.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good deck though.
Yeah, it is good. It's just like, I don't know. There's some issues with the deck, but I think it has a really high skill cap. So people who know how to play it, I think, will do well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even really know about like the skill cap thing. Like I think you just have to do a bunch of substances, a lot of contraband, and just say blockade all day.
You just have to draw well.
You have to be willing to say stomp.
Okay. So what is your biggest weakness and your biggest strength? I'll go with you first, James.
Biggest weakness is that I never test. Last week I just played whatever I felt like. And strength is going to be just building a consistent list. I really like just lots and lots of supporters and items. So.
Okay. What about you, Curtis?
I've never been a good deck builder. Still not. Like even when I started the game, like just bringing back old memories of like Poke Gym, the deck garage and stuff like that. You could probably dig up some of my old like deck articles, and they're just total trash, man. But
damn, I'm on it.
Yeah, let me find some later. But yeah, I guess my biggest strength as a player was I was taught early on that you always have to keep like a solid pace to the game in terms of how you're going to map out your prizes, how you're going to take your 6 prizes in the course of a game, and really sticking to a game plan. And then it really gets interesting if you come across another player who's really good at sort of sticking to their game plan and sort of sticking with their pace of, I guess, getting them not to falter and stuff like that. And then it becomes an issue of, can I get them to misplay? And it almost becomes a game of chess there, because whoever misplays first usually ends up losing the game.
Okay. So what about you, Nicolene and Dylan?
I think that my biggest weakness is definitely going on tilt during a tournament. If I get bad draws or like have, I don't know, some sort of like bad matchup, I tend to get like a little down. But I'm working on that, and I think I'm getting better at it. But at least that's something I like acknowledge. Like I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
But I think that one of my biggest strengths is creative problem solving during a game. So if I'm in just like a strange situation or like something that I didn't play test against, I'm alright at like figuring out a way to navigate new matchups like on the spot.
Biggest weakness as a player, I'll say the same thing I said the first time. Testing, to be honest. Motivating myself to test. I think I said it wrong the first time. I like to test, but I like motivating myself to do the testing is kind of a problem sometimes. And my biggest strength, I think, is actually not going on tilt in like tournaments. Like I really don't let things get to me in like the Pokemon, like the game itself. But I've got to get salty. Obviously, everybody gets salty sometimes. But like if I have like a bad like last week I went 2-2 drop, I just don't really like let it go to get to me too much.
It's like
Yeah.
Okay. So what about you, Jimmy?
Well, I'll admit it. I have a few weaknesses.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So, just like Curtis said, I am not a great deck builder. Like, I feel like, well, this kind of ties into my strength too, which is kind of weird. But like, I feel like I can take a list and kind of change a few cards, like, and make it how I like it. But I'm not good at like starting from scratch and being like, what goes in a deck. And I also feel like some of my other strengths. I feel like Curtis says, you have to have a good game plan going into the game. I feel like I'm good at that. Just kind of having a vision of where the game's going. And also, like Nicolina said, getting out of sticky situations. I feel like I can handle that too. So,
Okay.
but I can't build decks.
What about you, Eric?
So I still need to work on my in-game, like, strategies and stuff. I tunnel onto some bad plays sometimes. I still misplay a decent amount, which I still need to work on. That also goes to another one of my weaknesses. I just don't test, like, ever anymore. Kind of bad. I just don't really enjoy Pokemon outside of tournaments. And it's my senior year of high school, so I want to have a lot more fun and, test Pokemon when it doesn't actually count for anything. But I'm a good deck builder. That's one of my strengths. Every time I give like a deck list to a friend, they seem to do well with it. I'm like, oh, why can't I ever do that? It's like, oh, because I suck at this game. So.
Okay, so that's a really good point. Somebody asked, is Eric a good Pokemon player now?
No, I suck at this game.
Anybody else want to chime in on that?
I think Eric, from the first time I played Pokemon with Eric, like 2 years ago, I think Eric's improved a lot. Obviously, none of us are perfect at Pokemon, but I mean, I like the way Eric's playing Pokemon. So.
Yeah, you should. The first Hydreigon list I ever played at a Cities had no max potion. That's how good I was at this game.
I think I was at that Cities.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I actually rationalized it too. I think I wrote a 6 Prizes article about it and rationalized it.
Yeah.
It's better just to play full dark deck because you'll just draw into them.
That was like the first time I met you too, and we were all like, "Oh, this kid has no."
Yeah. And I whiffed cut on resistance too. That was really sad.
Yeah.
We all have to start somewhere.
I had been
love
playing
you,
for like a year, but that was like my first Hydreigon list. It's embarrassing.
All right, Curtis. Here's a question for you. What's your favorite rapper?
So all my friends want me to say Drake, but it's actually Kanye West.
Kanye.
Love Yeezy.
Yeah, to our Lord and Savior Jesus. Worship you.
Did you go to his Yeezus tour?
Yeah, I did. It was actually kind of funny. Like, my cousin would kill me if I ever told this story. But, so it was Kendrick Lamar, then Kanye West, right? And then, I guess we were feeling a little juiced. And, Kendrick Lamar had just finished. And, my cousin, he was like, alright, I'm gonna go, like, take a leak, I'll be back. So he leaves, and, like, Kendrick's, like, gone, set's done, they're moving Kanye's, like, huge set into place. So I'm like, where the hell's my cousin, right? Where the hell did he go? So I'm calling him, I'm like, yo, you're missing the concert, right? Like, what's good? And, like, no answer. Kanye West is half done. I'm still calling him, like, yo, like, where did you go, right? And, like, the concert's done at this point. Like, everything is done. And, like, here I was, like, pretty much just, like, mobbing by myself. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Like, what happened to, like, like, where'd my partner in crime go? And it turns out that, like, and this stays between me and the rest of the Pokemon community, make sure he never hears about this, that he, like, actually, on the way to the washroom, actually slipped and, like, fell, and, like, actually, like, went to, like, the hospital the whole time. So here I'm, like, partying, like, Kanye West, and, like, I come back to the hotel, and this guy's, like, in bed, like ice all over his face, like, just, I'm like, and the worst part was, is he's just like, did you at least get me a shirt? And I'm like,
Aww.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Okay, so, I guess next question is, will Daffodil the cow winning the states this year? We'll go with you, James.
You've seen Daffodil play live.
Daffodil the cow. The joke. Like,
I honestly have no idea who he is.
You've never seen Daffodil before?
I heard.
now, hold on. For us,
The time he won Iowa States, I'm pretty sure I was relatively new.
Oh, he might have quit, actually.
Might have what?
I think he might have quit.
States, man. That's so sick.
That's fine.
Yeah, so then I'm just gonna skip because I don't know the answer.
What about you, Dylan? You know, I think you know. Do you think Daffodil will win? In
Okay,
states?
we're just gonna go over my understanding of this. So, I understand this as a joke that there are like not extremely skilled players in the area, which I don't think is very true. But is the joke that like a cow could like beat players there? What is this joke? I don't understand.
It was from States 2013. Jay had to like leave or something in the finals, so he like scooped his opponent. So someone said that Daffodil the cow won because they were they were like insulting.
See, I didn't get the joke either. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, like, what are you guys talking about?
The
I think that's-
Pokemon.
I thought
Play
he
Pokemon
scooped
is
Ross
not-
Cawthorn or something, didn't he?
I don't remember who he scooped to, but I just remember everyone was just like making fun of Jay, just like, oh, you can't even beat a cow.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, play Pokemon does not stipulate that you have to be a human being to play Pokemon. And
That's true.
in Iowa, there's a cow
Are you
named
sure,
Daffodil.
Coach?
I'm pretty sure. I don't
Honestly,
think
if
you
the
have.
cow can play Pokemon, they deserve
Yeah,
to play
what?
Pokemon.
You can quote me on that.
Okay, so I guess we'll ask this question to Nicolina. Is Illuminis good in VG?
Is what good? Sorry.
I think it's Illuminis. Is that what the Pokemon is?
Illuminati?
Illumise? That's how I say it.
Yeah, whatever that Pokemon is.
What does that even do?
Okay.
It does synthesis. It's Shaman EX's synthesis, and then the other tech doesn't matter. So it's like you get a synthesis, but you don't give up 2 prizes. But you also don't get a ridiculously good second attack.
It's basically like a Virizion on turn 1, except without the ability.
You know what? I don't really have like a definitive answer for that. I have actually never thought about it. What do you think, Dylan?
I am just learning this card for the first time.
Yeah.
So you're trying. Wait. Shaman's
I
attack.
heard someone played it, but I like didn't look into it.
Okay.
So Shaman's
I
attack
think
is
so.
1 energy. You get 1
Synthesis,
energy, right?
1 entry from the deck.
That sounds okay. I
But it
guess.
seems like
But
why not just attach the energy to Virizion and get 2 energies the next turn? I don't know.
I think it might be a response to like Headringer or Crushing Hammer.
Yeah.
Because part of the problem,
Okay.
I know some people resorted to using Synthesis against heavy Crushing Hammer decks because, I mean, if your opponent doesn't flip Tails, you'll never get Emerald Slash off, theoretically. But if you play a Synthesis, then you can just get 1 energy, and then you can slowly but surely.
In
So
my
I don't know.
experience, playing VG against Toad decks with Headringers and Hammers is that, like, you just have to keep at it.
Yeah.
Just
They
attach
will
it
flip
and
Tails.
you eventually will get an Emerald Slash and you will win.
Yeah, I agree. I just theoretically speaking, I think.
Yeah. That's
But
like...
no, they will get, once they get 1 Tails, it's all over from there.
Yeah, and they'll trump card to get the energies back in because they need to get the numbers back. So
Yeah.
it's,
I
you
agree.
get another chance.
Mhm.
I just think it's kind of an unwinnable matchup anyway, so there's not really like a point in teching for it, I guess.
All right. So the last.
Why
Unwinnable
would?
Toad, yeah.
Yeah. Why would
you tech for
VG
Toad?
Well,
attack?
alright. Well, I'll phrase what you said differently. It's an unwinnable situation if it happens, if they don't get Tails. So, you don't need to address it. It's like, if they get all heads,
Right,
fine.
right.
You know, the odds are just so astronomical. It's just like,
So I guess my initial answer would have to be probably not worth the spot.
Okay.
I agree.
So I guess the last question I kind of have, it's a funny question. Emma Watson or Emma Stone? I'm gonna go with Curtis first.
Oh, Watson for sure, man. That's not even a question right now.
All right. What about you, James?
I'm gonna go Emma Stone.
Okay. Jimmy.
What?
Why?
That's so cool, man. That's so
I am a huge Emma Stone fan from Zombieland is one of my
Yeah,
favorite.
like
Emma Watson is definitely nice though. It's close.
Eric, get my back here, man. Eric, I need you to get the.
What's they're saying? It's a less like Emma Watson is the perfect woman.
I don't know about that, but
I would say why not both, but if I had
You're
to
a wizard, Eric.
absolutely.
Okay.
I am a. You're right.
So what about you, Nicolina Dylan? It's a tie right now. So Emma Stone or Emma Watson?
I'll make my vote last. So.
All right. Emma Watson.
Ooh,
There we
Emma
go.
Watson.
Well,
Emma
I'm
Watson's good too.
gonna choose Emma Watson because she's just awesome and classy and
Oh, she is awesome. She's definitely awesome.
Okay, so I guess Emma Watson won this one. All right. So do y'all have any questions for each other or anything you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, Curtis, there was a question that required an answer. So, who is the best players in Canada and who are the worst? And you have to name names and why.
Oh, no, man. Don't make me do this, man.
Nah, dude, called for it.
So best. So there's Jason Big Body Lum, Marvin the Jinx Lord.
You gotta give reasons why.
Why? It's gonna take me all
That's
night.
too much.
man.
That's too much. Yeah, just give names. Names the best one and worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jacob J Lesage, Zach Lesage is good too. Kevin Little D Lee, he's also not that bad.
Ooh. My
Simon
condolences, Kevin.
Simon the Plasma King. Andrew Little E Estrada. Who else is there? I know I'm forgetting people, man. They're gonna kill me. Oh, Rob, the best Pokédad in format Davies.
Oh, he's really good.
No, he's
Wait,
nice with.
Are we
Yeah,
just talking about all of Canada, or
Oh yeah, all of Canada. Then I gotta include
Chase
Gallagher.
Maloney?
Yeah, Chase Maloney, Joey the Gaffney, BDA Jinger.
Or,
We're naming Canadian.
Canada definitely has a lot of good players. They get underrated a lot.
Yeah, like I'm probably forgetting so many people. Yeah, Drake. Let's not forget about him.
Speaking of Drake, Curtis, can you explain to some people out there who might not be from Toronto or might not use Draft Genius like I do, but
All
can
right.
you explain it? Can you explain to people what the 6 is? Because I know a lot of people are they don't know. So
The 6, man. It's the home. It's where
Okay.
we got bred. It's the truth. So area codes, if you grew up in Toronto, are 416 or 647. So the 6 is in both of them. So anywhere in Toronto, you just call it the 6. And if you want to really gangster, you just throw up one of these.
oh, okay. I actually didn't know about that. I didn't
I
know
just made
about
that up right now.
Oh, now I look like an idiot. I'm over here just like.
Yeah, that's it. You guys got it.
I can't believe I fell for that.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing. All right, anybody else?
Any more Drake-related questions?
That's a question on Burbank with a lot of likes. Why does every Canadian player have perfect hair?
Ooh, that's a good question.
So,
Syrup? What?
Very curious about Canada.
you want the honest truth? So, like any solid Pokemon performance, you need a lot of preparation, and preparation is key to having nice hair at these tournaments. Let me tell you a side story. So, the Virgin King, Little E Estrada, before Michigan States, we have some eyewitness reports that might say it took him 45 minutes to get that perfect little afro he's always got going on. So, 45 minutes, dedication, and time is all you need, folks, ladies and gentlemen. That is the secret.
Wait, who has the best
Did I
hair
answer
in
your question or
Pokemon?
what, man?
Who has the best hair in Pokemon, though?
Dustin Zimmerman, hands down. He's too good.
Hmm.
He's perfected the
That was
format.
That was bold. I don't know.
I don't think
That's
I saw
hard.
Dustin even work on his hair at Michigan. He just like woke up with it. I was like, wow,
Right?
I was impressed.
Some people it's a gift. Some people, have to work at it. But some people are born with it. So
All right. So anybody else have any questions or anything? Good to go.
Weren't there more Burbank, man? There was so many good ones on Burbank, dude.
They
Mhm.
were like
Okay.
rap questions, though.
Yeah, bring them along, man. That's what the streets want to hear.
Well, if you want to ask, I don't know any of those rap questions. Like I don't know those answers or anything. Let me see. I was just doing Pokemon once. Let's see here.
Oh, I see one. Is Seismitoad, Malamar, Romatisse a real meta deck? And if so, what meta would be perfect in? And I'm gonna say yes, it is real, and it would be perfect where Bruzion is not a card.
Jake Dudzik asked that, right?
I did he? I honestly
Yeah.
would just. Oh, he did. Oh shit.
Okay, I think if the deck has 63 cards, it'll be pretty good.
Whoa.
Tell me it doesn't got the juice like that, man. Tell me it doesn't got the juice like that, man. Oh my
That's
God.
not fair.
Oh, body the guy.
What can I say? I don't know.
Yeah, on him. Sure.
But, yeah, no, I think it's a good deck. Kyle Saberhouse, I think, won 4 states in a row, cities in a row with it. So yeah, it's pretty
What do
good.
you think, Dylan?
Kyle Sablehouse, did win 3 cities in a row. I was there.
Oh.
But the days that VG showed up, yeah, like we said earlier, he got demolished. So, if VG is literally nowhere to be seen, yeah, attempt it, I guess. But, yeah, it has no hope. Simply no hope against VG.
Okay. So I have a question for y'all. What is your favorite Drake song?
Let me Google some Drake songs.
I don't know what song.
Yeah, I actually don't either.
Dang.
Wow.
Really? You
I
guys
like
don't and I do?
Degrassi.
Are
Actually,
Curtis
I do know one song.
are Curtis and I about to just do our top 10?
No, that top
That's
10.
fine. That'd be better for me because
Yeah.
I love me
Like,
on
you know,
Google
started
for a
from the
while.
bottom. Oh, I know
I
that's
don't listen to a lot of Drake, but I like trophies. And, yeah.
Yes, Dylan. Dylan knows what's good, man. Dylan, throw it up, man.
Let's see.
Yeah, just left Curtis hanging.
Oh, man. No, but like on the real, like you just gotta like really take in this music. Like
Oh yeah.
one time I was like making love and Drake was playing. I ended up putting her clothes back on and telling her to get back with her ex. That's how impactful his music is.
Have you ever cried while listening to Drake?
Yeah, 100%, man. Like I said in the first recording, like one time, I was in the shower, had Drake playing. It was all wet, and realized I didn't even turn the shower on. It was just tears because of the music.
Did you touch down in the year 86?
Yeah, I knew I was a man by the age of 6.
I don't know anything what's going on anymore.
So
They're coming off
Drake songs.
Okay.
I really like off the new album. I would say my 3 favorite songs off the new album are probably Legend, No Tellin'. Third one's kind of hard. I really like 6 p.m. in New York. I like that song a lot. I feel like low key, it's a really good song.
Okay, I got a question for everybody to join in. What's your favorite band? Nicolina first.
What's my favorite band? Does it have to be a band or can it be an artist?
An artist is a band, so yes.
An artist is a band?
Yeah. Why not?
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't know that,
Sufjan Stevens, I think.
Who?
Ooh.
Sufjan Stevens.
Okay.
His new album just came out. Everyone should check it out. It's amazing.
I actually just started listening to him like this week, and he's awesome.
It makes me cry though.
It doesn't. I almost cried.
All right.
Yeah.
Dylan, favorite artist or band?
Put spot here, but I'm gonna go My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
Dylan's secretly an emo kid.
All right, James, you go next. I'll be right
Mine
back.
was, I guess, kind of a fad, but mine would be Psy. I love Gangnam Style.
I had a Korean, roommate, or not roommate, but like we were in the room together, and we both lived in the same room, so I know all about about K-pop. It's pretty good.
I actually enjoy it. I mean,
No, yeah, it's good.
So, Curtis, what about you?
Do rappers count?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're a band too.
Yeah, then anything Kanye West does.
Mhm.
Pretty much a fanboy for that guy.
All right. So, Jim, your turn.
Well, my favorite artist, he's also a triple threat. He's a comedian, an actor, and a rapper. My favorite is Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover. I think he might be the most talented human being on the planet.
I thought you were
And
gonna say Bo Burnham for a second.
I
should
do
have-
love I love Bo Burnham. I'm not gonna lie.
Open is great.
Bo Burnham is.
Jimmy McClure.
All right, Eric, what about you? Favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper, I don't have one because I don't really listen to rap.
I mean,
my
sorry. All
Oh
right.
come on! You're from New York.
I went to the Yeezus tour because my girlfriend at the time bought me tickets for like our 1-month anniversary. But
Hey,
Hell yeah.
yes, Eric.
it was a lot of fun. Good stories. But my favorite artist is absolutely Zed. He's probably the best EDM artist of all time, and he's only been around for like 4 years. And I'd say my favorite like classic rock is probably Bruce Springsteen.
All right. So this is a question for Dylan right now. Dylan, if you can guess what I'm holding right now, I'll give you $20.
guess what you're holding?
Yeah, what I'm holding right here. I can only show you this much.
Bruh.
That thing?
Can I guess?
No.
It appears
Let me
to
know.
It's
Let
definitely
me know when I can guess, because I feel
Yeah.
like I know what it is.
It's
Can we all guess?
Yeah.
I just want $20, honestly.
only me. Why me?
Just let me know when I can guess, because I don't want to ruin it for Dylan.
Alright, it's a wooden box. I just have no idea. We're going with it.
All right, Jimmy, what do you think it is?
I think it is a bird-house or a bird feeder.
Anybody
It
else?
is something to do with birds.
Anybody else want to
Is that like plate you used to like roll up your contraband on?
I'm gonna go with a paddle. It's a paddle. I don't know.
Can I go with
Yeah. Go, Nicolene. What do you say? What is it, Nicolene?
piece of wood?
Oh, nope.
I don't know. It looks like a piece of
I'm
wood to me.
shocked it looks like
All right, you ready? It is a My Chemical Romance coffin box.
What?
definitely made out of wood.
Yeah, I mean,
No, that wasn't the thing.
Did I win?
No, nobody wins. I was looking for that answer.
piece of wood
Piece
and
of
wooden
wood,
box.
yeah,
I
and
think we
no.
both.
Nope.
So you
Damn.
owe us $20?
No. Dylan said he was a big My Chemical Romance fan. He wasn't that big of a fan.
Clearly he's lying, yeah.
Yes.
He just called you out.
He knows like one song, to be honest with you.
Bro, you gotta like step up. You gotta like get those CDs, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
That's what they're all
Called you out.
Sorry. When you said MCR, I was like, oh my god, that's my favorite band.
If you ask me in 9th grade, it was my favorite band too.
Oh my god.
Actually, like probably up there in 9th grade too. Middle school and 9th grade were a dark time.
Only 3
Yeah.
cheers.
Only
I have like
three
a
cheers.
6th grade My Chemical Romance phase.
Bro, right there. There's MCR right there chilling. You see him?
I just see Zach. I see Zach Rom. That's all I see in
No,
restaurant.
I don't want to get up though. It's behind the door. Alright. Anybody else have any more questions? I don't know. I don't know.
I've got nothing.
All right, I got a question.
Okay.
Sorry. In 10 years, do you guys want to be playing Pokemon at some capacity at all? Yes or no?
God, no.
Heck yes! What kind of question is that?
Absolutely not.
I love playing.
Even if it's just like going to
Such
national.
a real answer. That was the most real answer we've ever gotten yet, man.
Okay, you didn't pick up the socks, so I guess I don't have to do the laundry.
Yeah, I'd love to be playing Pokemon in 10 years. You know how dominant I'd be in 10 years? Let's be real.
No.
Everybody would be gone.
Wait, but like at the beginning of the year you're doing really good, but now you're getting like kind of like progressively worse though.
Exactly.
Well, maybe.
No, Dylan's definitely getting better.
Over time, in 10 years from now, 2025. Oh, yeah.
And he'll be as good as McClure at that point.
No, I'm
As McClure
I'm
is
bad.
now.
Can I be?
He'll be in 10 years. He'll be
Is
as
10
good
years
as
enough
McClure
time?
is now.
Is that enough
I'm
time?
bad.
I don't think
God.
it's good as McClure.
That's my
The disrespect is so real.
I love you.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
He doesn't
He
want
doesn't want my love.
Wow.
That's it.
It's
Okay.
not genuine.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. I gave McClure my love in 2013 Nationals, but he rejected me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We had some good times at the Nationals.
McClure stole my regionals win. Just to let y'all know.
Wait, what's going on? Oh yeah, we.
Claire stole my
Yeah.
best.
McClure stole my regionals win.
Whose heart didn't I steal? Let's be real.
On the real.
I didn't say heart. I said my championship. I don't care nothing about my heart.
Oh yeah, funny story. At Indian Regionals, dinner. I went to dinner with Team Fish Knuckles, and we went to this place called Champions, and they had this thing called was it Champions Burger or something? I
Yeah.
forget. Either way, so I ate this burger that had the name Champion in it, and I became a champion. But Squeaky also ate the burger, so it could have been him. So one of us two were destined to win, but it didn't work out for Squeaky, unfortunately.
Yeah, is there one available tonight or tomorrow?
That's the key. You have to eat the
Curtis stole
champions
my
burger.
Curtis stole my Philadelphia Regionals win, so I feel you, Squeaky.
Oh, what happened there?
No, we played in the last round of Top Cut, and the winner made top 8. And game 1, it was like end of 2 for both of us. It was whoever top deck first won, and he won. And then game 2 I won, and then game 3 I conceded because he won on like 2 turns, and then time was called. So
Canadians
Went
just
0
taking
to
over.
100 real quick.
Still salty.
So,
Curtis, is Rick Ross a legitimate rapper?
oh, like, God, no. I've dedicated my life to hating on that guy, man. He used to be a correctional officer,
don't
man. Like,
Best rapper in game.
Oh,
Alright, are y'all good? Anybody else want questions or any statements or anything?
Shout out to Team Hovercats.
TM.
shout out to everyone from the 6, Team Sheep, Tinder Kobayashi.
I like how you just gave Kobayashi a shout out.
oh my.
Oh yeah. Shout out to MK Choi as well.
MK Choi, that's the man right there, dude. He's the realest, man.
What'd you say,
That was
Nicolina?
still
Said shout out to my mom.
There you go.
But yeah, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
I have no shoutouts. I really just don't care.
Shout out to a roll of the dice.
Kind of in the same boat.
Shout
Roll
out
the
to
dice.
shoutouts.
RollTheDice.net. We're an up-and-coming Pokemon TCG strategy website. We have reigning world champion Andrew Lily Estrada writes for us. I personally
Shout out.
I personally write. Eric Gansman, up-and-coming player Eric Gansman writes for the website. We have a lot of good content coming out for you guys shortly, so look out for us. Also, shout out to Six Prizes Underground, Dylan, Nicolina, all of you guys. You guys do a hell of a job. I always read Underground articles. Good stuff.
Thanks,
And
Coach.
shout out Squeaky, too, man. Squeaky's doing a fantastic
Shout out to Squeaky.
Yeah.
If you guys could subscribe, drop a like on the video. Team Fish Knuckles.
Seeing other websites on his channel.
Squeaky puts so much work in behind the
Put
scenes.
that right out.
Oh, straight up what he does, man.
And I guess shout out to Puka for everything he's done. So
Yeah, shout out to Puka. Puka, it's been a great time. Yeah, you're such a nice guy. You've done so much for the community. I wish you best of luck for your job, Pokemon.
I hope
Don't
he-
make any more cards with 240 HP.
I hope he's watching this.
Better.
What's the chance of Puka watching this? Everybody.
40%. 40%.
I'm gonna go with 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I would guess 0.
I was
Oh,
gonna say like 10.
Unfortunately.
Look at us at that.
If it was a short video, I would say he would watch it, but this is probably going to be like
An
50
hour and a
minutes.
half.
Oh.
Or an hour now, I guess.
Alright, guys. Well, we're done. We're good to go? Sweet.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Alright, thanks for doing this, guys.
See you guys.
Good luck, guys.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.